So why did Biden pay a con man $1 billion? They love Joe and his borders are Kamala. She was never really interested in building a wall. She just wanted to find root causes.
We want to work with you to address both the acute causes as well as the root causes. We are focused on addressing both the acute factors and the root causes. Not only the root causes, but the acute causes. To look at the root causes and the acute causes. My trip to Guatemala and Mexico was about addressing the root causes. Addressing the root causes of irregular migration. For the past 3 years, I have led our administration's efforts to address the root causes of migration.
And we're learning now that she did what Joe did and tried to pass that work off onto someone else. Using USAID, they wrote up a contract worth up to $800 million for consultants to find the root causes for them. But here's the problem. Walter Barnes III, the man who founded one of these companies that got the cash, was a known con man. He just pled guilty to a decade-long USAID bribery scheme. And the government knew he was shady for years, even before they gave him all the money. Now, in 2023, the USAID Inspector General said Barnes lacked honesty and integrity. But on the same day, he was awarded an $800 million contract. They had good reason to be suspicious. Over the years, Barnes secured big money deals by bribing USAID employee with pricey basketball suites, a trip to the vineyard, and even a down payment on a house. Isn't that nice? And once he got paid, Barnes burned through pallets of cash, doing everything but what we paid him to do. We reached out to Walter. Never got back to us. Trump came to office and solved the problem with 2 words, Tom Homan. The new border czar said only 95 migrants were found at the border yesterday. That is the lowest daily total ever recorded. And he's doing it for a lot less than $1 billion. But there's still a lot of cleaning up that needs to be done. Tren de Agua gang members have moved back to terrorizing a Colorado apartment complex. While Homan's working hard to give every last bad hombre the boot, Democrats want to give them all lawyers.
They don't have the attention. They don't have the lawyers. And that's why the state of New York is providing $50 million to cover legal services for people who are finding themselves in this situation.
So if the checks don't clear, Democrats are already lining up to give illegals house calls.
Sir, are you an officer with the BI International?
I am an officer with ICE.
You're an officer with ICE?
You have a badge,
you have an ID, can we see it?
I don't have to show that to you.
You don't have to show it?
I'm telling you to leave. I've already identified myself. I'm an officer
Can you
with
show me a
ICE.
badge or an ID?
You're not allowed to be here. Police are coming. Okay?
What are we doing this in purpose, sir? Who are you?
Democrats don't want to break illegals out because they care about them. They just want more people to milk their cows.
We're going to find that milk gets a lot higher because I don't know if any of you have ever been in a dairy farm. It is god-awful work. We're going to see that groceries and vegetables are higher. We're going to see an effect in our economy because whether people like it or not, whether Americans acknowledge it or not, undocumented immigrants are an integral part of our society and our economy.
They don't just want the cheap labor. Progressives are straight up lying about who's getting the boot from ICE and creating some really deranged propaganda. Watch.
I had a really good time today.
Yeah, me too. I really like.
What are you doing?
She's coming with us.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're rounding up illegals.
She was born here. She's a citizen.
I don't care. She looks like one of them. But don't worry. When she's in prison in El Salvador, she'll have lots of company.
Outnumbered co-host and former White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany. So, Kayleigh, the Democrats are running that ad that says ICE is gonna abduct your Spanish girlfriend and take advantage of her in a mega prison. Sorry.
I mean, no, it is worth the laugh. This is what they're coming up with. I mean, look at this. Look at this. What about the 2024 election said this is what's going to win the day? These Democrats, and I don't like throwing around words, they are so dense. The polling shows immigration is Donald Trump's top issue. He has majority support. I mean, you talked about that 95 number, 95 illegal immigrants coming in one day to the southern border. It's 2,000 miles long. Bill Melugin said that's the most jaw-dropping statistic he has ever heard. It is the lowest number ever to come to the southern border. And the American people say, we support this. And what do Democrats do? They're going to abduct your, Spanish-speaking girlfriend and take her to prison in El Salvador. But oh, wait, at least she'll have senators coming down to have margaritas with her. Watch out, boyfriend, because you'll have a bunch of Dem senators lining up.
I bet a bunch of guys that are dating illegal alien Spanish girls are like, ICE, here's the address. She hasn't been very good. Yeah, no, it's wild. But Kayleigh,